Hello guys, welcome to another video. So today I'm gonna show you how we can consume the RESTful APIs using the third-party library called Retrofit in Android. So here we have the dummy API. It's basically an URL that gives us the result in the JSON format, and I'll use the Postman app to test this API. Let me show you. So here's the URL and it's on get API. When I click on the send button, it gives me the result. As you can see, it's a JSON object that returns, and here's the JSON elements like JSON array. So basically we will parse this JSON array in our app and bind the data in a recycler view, bind these details of employees in a recycler view. So we'll create a new project. Let's start by creating a new project, and let's name it employee application, employee app. I'll name, and I'll leave the minimum SDK version to 17 and hit on finish. Okay, the Gradle is building our project. Okay guys, our project is now ready. So for using the retrofit, we have to import some dependencies because it's a third-party application. Let's import the dependency. Um, Here it is. Let's copy it and paste in the build.gradle, yeah, app based gradle file. We'll paste over here. Copy the second one, that is the JSON converter. Basically this converts our JSON format into JSON that our app can read, and this one is the card view. So we'll show the list in a card form, the items of the list. And the last one is the recycler view, and click on the sync now button. So here it gives some error. Okay, I just forgot to add a quote on here. Yeah, now click on try again. So it's syncing the downloading the dependencies. So okay, the Gradle sync has been finished now. So we can use the retrofit, we can use these dependencies, and now let's come to the main activity again. So here is our first activity. So it's the UI part. So we'll do one thing, we'll make a button over here, and on the click of a button we'll show the data in another activity. So let's make a button and wrap content, and I'll give the text to show details, and I'll change the this layout to linear layout. Let's make it relative, and we'll give the ID to the button ID btn show. Let's come back to the activity and import a button over here. We can show and call the button by its ID, find view by ID, and let's set a click listener on the button so that we can open another activity. Let's create an intent, start activity, new intent, this, and we'll give the name employee to another activity. Let's copy it and make a new activity and empty activity and paste the name as employee. Click on finish. In this employee activity, will consume our API using the retrofit. So let's and main activity dot this. Okay, at the very first our main activity will be opened and user will click on this button, and after that the employee activity will be opened that shows the result in a recycler view. Let's change it to linear layout and give the orientation to vertical. Let's create a recycler view, match parent, and give the ID recycler view, and I'll also give a margin 8 dp. Come back to the activity, create a variable recycler view. So for the recycler view we have to make a custom adapter. Let's make a new Java class and name it employee adapter. Extends recycler view dot adapter. Make a view holder class and name it employee employee view holder. Let's name it employee view holder and extends this to recycler view dot view holder and implement the methods. uh, it's a constructor, yeah. Pass the employee view holder and now implement the methods. Let's make a context object, context, and create our data model type list. So to create a data model for this array, I'll tell you one website, that is jasonschema.org. So from this website you can create a model class. You can make your getters and setters for binding the data in the app. So we'll copy this object, this JSON object, and paste in that website over here. Okay, and just click on purview. So this is our model classes. Let's copy it to the clipboard and let's create a new class named employee model and paste in here. Okay, so first let me delete these and click on alt enter and import the classes. Same here, delete. So basically we have two classes over here. The first one is this is the JSON array class, sorry, JSON array type class. So let me show you. Yes, this data. So and the another one is the top level class, that is the JSON object. This one. So this will be our top level class, and let's cut the subclass from here. Select this and cut and rename it employee model. Let's create a new class with name data model and paste the class here and remove this line and one curly brace. Okay, so we have two classes basically. This one is the top level class and let's rename over here data model. The list type will be data model. Let's change the getter and setters. Okay, so we have two classes, basically two model classes, the employee model and the subclass is data model. Now let's come to the adapter, employee adapter, and create a list of data model type. Data model, and now create a constructor so we can pass the data. Let's make the UI part, layout inflator, inflator, layout inflator, uh, from parent dot get context, create a view object and pass the inflator, inflate, and inflate the layout. So we'll name our layout as employee item parent, and attached to root will be false, and return the view holder object and pass the object view object inside. Let's create a layout employee item, new layout resource file. Okay, change the layout to linear and make it height as wrap content, and set the orientation to vertical. Create a text view and give the hint to employee name and give it id to tv employee, sorry, tv name. Make another text view, match parent tag content. We have to show employee name and employee salary and employee age. We will show the three things basically, and let's give the hint to employee salary. Let's and give id to tv salary and make another text view. Give the hint to age and give the id tv age. Let's give some margin to the linear layout and make it 4 dp, and let's make the size to 16 sp of the employee name, and style to bold. Okay, let's close this file and initiate the views in the adapter inside the view holder class. So we have three text views basically: tv name, tv salary, and tv age. Call these views by their IDs: name item view dot find view by id, r dot id dot tv name. Same for the another ones: item view dot find view by id, salary, and same for the age, tv age, item view dot find view by id. Wait, oops, let's correct it. Find focus, find view by id. Okay, and in the get item count, let's give the list dot size, and in the bind view holder, let's bind the data in the views from the list. Data model, let's create a model object and list dot get and on the position. Okay, holder dot tv name, set text, data model dot get employee name. Same for the salary, data model get employee salary, and same for the age, tv age dot set text data model dot get employee age. Okay, so the work of the adapter is completed now, and let's pass the adapter to the recycler view. Create an object of the adapter class, employee adapter, and let's create the object for the retrofit, private retrofit. So we'll create a method in which we'll do the coding for our API. Let's name it get data. No, I'll name it get employee details. Let's hit alt enter and create the method. Okay, let's initiate the retrofit object equal to new retrofit and dot builder dot base URL. We'll create interface for this base URL. I'll show you. Let's give the string and add converter factory to JSON converter factory. Dot create and dot build. Okay, so for this base URL we'll create a new file, new interface, and name it interface API, and create a base URL string. So basically API is a combination of the URL to the server and the path of your file on the server. So we'll split this URL in two parts. We'll pass the base URL as a URL of the server and a little path to the file up to v1, and now we'll make a get call and pass the remaining path of the file with the file name uh, to this call. Okay, now we'll make a call of type our model class type call, that is we have made before employee model, and name the method as a get details. So we'll pass nothing over here. Okay, so this is our interface. Now in this place of base URL we'll type interface API dot base URL. We'll pass the base URL over here. Now let's create an object of interface API. Interface API. Let's name it API equal to retrofit dot create and pass the interface class with dot class. And with this object, let's call the method in the interface, that is get details dot enqueue new callback. Okay, so these are two overridden methods, on response and on failure. Our response will be in this method, and in case of failure the control will go in this method. For binding the data in the recycler view, we'll do the coding in this on response method. Let's pass the on response to our model type class, employee model response dot body. So from this model we'll get the list of data model type. Let's create a list of data model type. Create a global list, data model list, and let's get the array in this list from employee model dot get data. That is the JSON array as we have shown in the API. So this list will be passed in the adapter over here, and the data will be bind. Now move to the recycler view part. Let's set the layout manager to linear layout manager. Pass the context employee dot this, and pass the list to our adapter, that is employee adapter, new employee adapter. We'll pass two variables. First is context, and the context is employee dot this, and the second one is the data model list. Data model list that we have generated above over here. Now set the adapter as employee adapter. So we have finished our coding. Now let's give a log message in the on failure also. Create a tag variable, string tag, and name it employee, and pass the error message from p dot get message, and also we'll print a log over here also in the success message and call it success. Okay, so we have done the coding uh, for our project, and one thing more, we have to give the internet permissions in the manifest file because we are making a network call, so we need network connection, so internet permissions are must. Okay, so our coding has been finished. We'll run the app in the emulator, hit on run. Gradle is building and running, so it's launching our activity. So we have the first screen with button, and when we click on the button, another activity will be open, that is employee activity. So the data will be shown over here in this activity, but it's not showing. Let's check the log. Okay guys, you can see the control has been gone to the on failure part, and the error is clear text communication. Okay, so this error is basically for the security purpose, so we have to add an attribute in the manifest file. Let me show you. Just open the manifest file, and in this application just add the attribute uses clear text traffic and make it true. Okay, so let's run the app again. It's finished installing and launching the app. Hit on the show details button. Okay, again it's crashing. Let me check the error. So it's missing something that gives us that is giving the null. So let me check the API first. Interface API. Okay, I got the problem here. So we have pasted the v1 two times in the base URL also and the path also, so we have to delete it from here. Okay, now it's fine. And one thing more, I just forgot to initialize the recycler view. That will also give us another error. So let me initialize it by find view by id r dot id recycler view. Okay, now the code is fine, and let's check it again by running the app. Okay, it's launching, and click on the show details button. Again it's crashing guys. So let me check the error. Now this time the error is in the adapter. Yeah, I got the problem. So basically it's the error for the typecasting. Let me show you in the, yeah, here it is in the salary or age. So you can see the salary and the age is in the integer form, not in the string. So we have to cast it to the string to show on the text view, to set on the text view. So let's cast it by adding string dot value of and pass the same, and same for the age. Okay, now it's done, everything is fine, and let's run the app again. So hope it will work now without any crash. Click on the show details. Okay guys, we are good to go now. This time it works fine, and we have shown the name, the salary and the age of each employee as it is shown in our JSON array. You can see. So this is a very basic UI. You can create with your creativity with the same data, with added colors, images. You can do anything. So guys, this was the very basic example of Retrofit, the third-party library used for making HTTP calls from the server. So if you guys have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section, and we will meet in the next video. If you like the video, please like and share, like and subscribe the channel, and share the video also. Thank you guys. Bye bye.